Hi, this is Mr. Wolfson, and in this video we're going to go over the college-specific questions in the Common Application. And one of the results of answering these questions is that we're going to be able to get the college's deadlines to show up on your dashboard. We'll show you that in just a second. Now, even though the Common Application has you answer multiple questions that go to every single college, there are also a series of questions that you have to answer for each specific college. And when you open up the My Colleges tab, click on the first school or any of the schools and go ahead and click on Questions. And you're going to see a group of categories that are going to have questions within them. Now, in the first General tab, you'll click on Preferred Start Term. Most students this year are going to be going to school in September of 2019. And that'll open up a Preferred Admissions Plan question. Here's where you're going to select if you're going to apply early action or regular decision. So let's say that we're applying to Boston College regular decision. If we click that, and then go back to the dashboard, now the deadline appears. So if you want to just have all of your deadlines set, you can do the college-specific questions and set your application type in each college, and all of those deadlines are going to appear. Now back to My Colleges. Click on the questions again, and anything that you answered already is going to be saved there. So you can come back to this as much as you need to. Now, the questions that are specific to each college are also going to appear slightly different for each college. So you may have some questions that are identical. You also even may have some categories that are identical. You may have some things that are a little bit different. So as you're going through, it's definitely worth your while to look at all of the different questions that you're going to be asked for each college. I'll show another example. In the academics section, this is where you're going to indicate what major you're specifically interested in at the particular college. First, for Boston College, they're going to ask you which school within the university you're planning on attending. And when you select that, it'll ask you what specific major you're interested in. And you can go ahead and answer those questions. Now, if you look at the activities section, you'll see that there's already a green check mark indicating that you've completed it. Now, we haven't opened this yet. What that green check mark actually means is that everything in the activities section is completely voluntary. You don't have to answer anything. We're going to open it up anyway just to take a look and see what they are asking you to do. And what Boston College is allowing you to do is if you have additional information like a comprehensive activity resume, you can upload a document or directly from your Google Drive some kind of other kind of file that you'd like for the colleges to see. Many colleges do offer this as an option. Many colleges don't. Some colleges will even allow you to submit a link to an online web page that you've either created, or if you have something published online, you can submit that as well. I'll show you that as an example under Worcester Polytechnic Institute. If we go to their questions and scroll down to their activities section, they have a bar where you can paste in a web URL so that you can include that as part of your application. Now, please don't feel obligated to upload an extra resume or create something brand new if it's not something that you were planning on doing or that you don't think is going to showcase you in a way that is not already apparent in your application. A lot of times, students are able to include enough information in the activities section of the Common Application so that they don't have to add an additional resume, for example. So just keep that in mind. Just because there is an opportunity to do this and upload something new doesn't mean you must do it for each of the colleges. All right, so we're going to scroll back up and we're going to go back to Boston University. I'll show you some other things that you can see in the questions category. We're going to scroll down and see that in their specific questions for their college, they have essay questions. Now this is something else to pay attention to as you're going through the college-specific questions. Boston University has a required question about what being a student at BU most excites you. I'd recommend that as you're starting to write this, you write it in a separate word processor like Google Docs or Microsoft Word and then paste it into the box. You don't want to accidentally type something and then lose it. Beneath that, they also give you the option of uploading any kind of additional information that you may be interested in sharing, such as other kinds of writing samples or other types of things. Now, BU has this question under the category Essay Questions. Not every college labels it that way. So we're going to go back to WPI one more time and click on their questions, and we're going to scroll down to Other Information. And this is an area where WPI has a required essay question that you need to write. So again, going back to what I said earlier in this video, go through all of the college-specific questions for each of the colleges that you're applying to see exactly what they're asking, what is required, and you'll have a better idea about how to plan out working on your applications for each of the different schools. Now, in addition to finding these extra writing questions in the college-specific questions, some colleges will also put them in a writing supplement. Now, that is a separate piece to the application for particular colleges that ask that. Just wanted to make sure that you're aware that the extra writing questions might appear in the college-specific questions. They also might appear in a writing supplement. We're going to do a separate video on writing supplements down the road. Now, off camera, I've gone ahead and answered all the remaining required questions for Boston University. And I just wanted to show you that now that I've done that, when I click on questions, you can see that there are green check marks next to all of the categories. If I click on a different one and scroll back to the top, you'll see the green check mark next to general, and you'll also see a green check mark next to the box for the school-specific questions. Now, after I complete the common application sections and I have green check marks in all of those categories, I'll be able to review and submit my common application for Boston University. Each application gets submitted separately, so in order to submit, you have to answer the school-specific questions for each one in addition to all of the required parts of the Common Application tab.